That's NewsNation's correspondent Alex Caprariello standing by to do the big report for us tonight. So some interesting interaction you had with the inmates from over the chain link. Tell me about it, Alex.
Yeah, pretty unbelievable moment. And Ashley, I can tell you at this very moment, I can look over my left shoulder up at the top of this prison wall, see through a window and see that your face is right there. They're watching Banfield at this exact moment as they promised they would. All right, so let's backtrack a little bit, okay? So earlier today, I was reporting outside this prison wall. So, oh my gosh, I'm not sure if you just heard that, Ashley. That was them screaming.
I just waved. Alex, I just waved, and that was the...
Can you hear that?
Hi, guys. Say hello to Alex Caprariello.
They said, we got you, Alex. Ashley says hello.
I can't believe this.
There they are. I can't tell if you can hear this.
Oh, we can hear it.
There you go.
Hi, guys.
Look up at that window.
Let me yell them a question. Alex, hold on. Let me yell a question. Guys, if you can hear me clearly,
okay.
Do you guys have any sights on Luigi Mangione? Just yell yes or no. I don't know if they're answering.
They're flickering. They're saying no. Go ahead, ask another one. They can hear you.
Okay. You'll have to translate, Alex.
All right, so earlier today I was reporting outside these prison walls when all of a sudden I heard my name and I couldn't tell if they were, catcalling me or heckling me or even saying my name whatsoever. And so I started reporting on Luigi Mangione's prison conditions as I was finding them out. And as soon as the live shot was over, that's when I turned around and they said, the conditions suck. And so that was my confirmation. Oh my gosh, they're watching NewsNation at that very moment. I pulled out my camera, I recorded, and here's more of that interaction. Take a look from earlier today.
Luigi's conditions suck. Free Luigi.
Ashley, they're going nuts in there right now watching this video on playback. This was just from a few hours ago, and here they are, 10 o'clock as promised. They said earlier today, tell Ashleigh Banfield that Luigi is watching at 10 o'clock. I mean, obviously, that's just a hard roast at this point because they're not near Luigi in any way, as confirmed by the Department of Corrections earlier today. But at the same time, they've picked a trusted news source to watch this very high-profile national case. Of course, they're watching us.
It's crazy. Hey, Alex, can I ask you a favor? Can I just ask the guys, if they can hear me right now, to answer yes or no very loud? Does Luigi have television in his single cell?
No.
Unreal. They said no, right? Obviously, we have a little bit of a delay, but they're getting they're getting the questions and they're giving us the answers. So Luigi does not have. Wow, this is quite something. This is the strangest interview I've ever conducted.
Me too, Ashley. According to the Department of Corrections, he's got his own solitary cell. It's not solitary confinement, but he's by himself. It's not dorm style. I'm not sure exactly what those guys got going on in terms of a living situation. It sounds like they're all clustered together. But as far as Luigi's accommodations, he's by himself. He's got a bed. He's got a chair. He's got a toilet, a sink. Again, he's not with the rest of these guys, but he's not in solitary confinement.
Okay, so I'm going to read out the menu, and then I'm going to ask the guys if it was any good, the dinner tonight. So the breakfast was fruit, grits, bread, eggs, and coffee. He had the choice. The lunch was porcupine meatballs, potatoes, bread, and fruit. And tonight's dinner, mac and cheese, pasta bean casserole, and stewed tomatoes with broccoli. So guys, was dinner good, yes or no? What
terrible,
are they saying?
They're saying.
I heard terrible. I heard terrible.
They're saying They're saying heck no. They're saying BS. They're saying terrible. They're saying that that's not what they are eating.
Oh, man, I totally can't get over this. I'm going to explain what porcupine meatballs are in a little bit, just not right now. Okay, I need to get to some serious business. Guys, you're going to have to just listen to the report up there. You got to give Alex a moment of peace for a second. I got business to do here. It's about your neighbor who's in that institution with you up there. So the Altoona police, they say that there were threats made to officers by the members of the public for having arrested Luigi Mangione, and maybe some citizens as well had threats that they're investigating. Have they made any identifications on people who've made these threats to police officers and to citizens, maybe the McDonald's employees?
No, and they're considering this all a part of the larger investigation, so they're keeping a pretty tight lid on that. What they do say, though, is that their officers are receiving threats, and also the people at this McDonald's have received threats. In fact, I've seen reporting that maybe even some of these McDonald's employees have been asked to step away for a time, just so that way they don't get increasing pressure. And this really all has to do with this sort of fanfare and mythology that's surrounding Luigi at this point. There's so many people online that are supporting him for his actions due to their own complaints with the healthcare industry as a whole, or even we've seen some people just commenting on his looks and how handsome he is. And so he's built up this following, so to speak. And so there's threats being made towards these police officers for actually going out there and apprehending him. But then also this McDonald's is now caught in the fire too, because it was the location that he was caught. So much so that it's also received just incredible negative feedback and reviews online. I've seen it plummet, one-star reviews for this one specific McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. People saying that it's got rats and just doing whatever they can to sort of support Luigi and you know, bash everyone else that got in the way.
Yeah, okay. Other question here about some wanted posters that have shown up all around New York City, putting other CEOs' faces up, other healthcare executives' faces up, saying that, you know, these guys are wanted too, and then putting the big red X over Brian Thompson's. Is there any word on whether this is something more sinister or just, you know, really, really tacky freedom of speech?
Yeah, it's sinister at the very most and distasteful at the very least. These are being seen on parts of lower Manhattan, not just Brian Thompson, but other CEOs of Fortune 500 and mega companies. Basically, it's not hitting or landing very well with the people of Manhattan. Obviously, they're still trying to come to grips with what just happened 1 week ago, right in their city in broad daylight. And so basically what we've seen is many people are pulling these down, shredding them, and getting rid of them. So rightfully so, this seems to be a threat towards others, but no authenticity to them. It does not seem as if this is a real hit list, so to speak.
Okay, I have another question for the guys behind you, okay? Can I pop it out there? Hey, guys, don't yell until I finish the question.
Go ahead.
So the question is about Luigi Mangione. He's fighting extradition, so he's going to be in that jail presumably for a little bit longer, but eventually he's going to end up going to Rikers. I don't know how many guys behind you in the walls there have been to Rikers, but it's a bit of a hellhole. So the question I have for the guys, if you could just yell stay or go. Do you think that Luigi should just, you know, waive extradition and get on with the process and go to Rikers, or should he stay in that prison, Huntingdon, with the rest of you guys there in Pennsylvania? So it's either stay or go. Just yell that out. And again, we have a little bit of a delay. Alex,
I'm sure you heard that one,
I could
Ashleigh.
hear them saying go. Was it go? Were they saying go?
They're saying go. They're saying go. They say get on with it. Go to Rikers Island.
Wow. You know, I wonder if they mean go because they say that the place they're in right now is a hellhole, maybe worse, but I don't know. I mean, Rikers is pretty bad. We got the comparison coming up, one of the inmates.
I'm not sure if you heard them say it just now when I was talking about the threats of rats in McDonald's. Somebody just said they got rats in here too. So it seems they're not very happy with the food here or the accommodations. Maybe we need to send an email to the Department of Corrections about that for tomorrow morning.
Any last comments you can hear from the guys there? And maybe just swing the camera up and see if you can, like, see the shot that you showed me before.
Can you swing the camera up there, Greg? They want to try to see...
Yeah, the view that you're seeing, so we can see where the guys are yelling out the windows.
So go ahead and see those flashing lights?
Yeah, zoom in if you can. Is that Greg, your cameraman? Just zoom in as much as you can. And wow, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to see any faces in those windows, but rest assured, gentlemen, we can absolutely hear you.
But isn't that interesting, Ashleigh?
You got your interview. Are you? Is that doing the strobe light for us? Was that the strobing was for us?
That's what I'm saying, Ashleigh. Isn't it interesting to see what accommodations that they have? They got their own light switches. They're obviously watching TV
They're all doing
past any sort of 10 o'clock curfew, you know. Yep, they're doing this for you. They're watching NewsNation at this very moment.
They're putting on they're all flicking their cell lights on and off. No, keep the camera over there. I want to see how many there are. That's fascinating to me. Greg, can you pan back over?
I want to keep seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm counting.
Pan back over. I want to just see how many of them are
4, 5, 6.
Doing their strobe lights for us. All right. Well, I do want to say thank you, guys. I really appreciate all of you giving us your attention and also answering our questions as hard as it was. You certainly were heard tonight. We're getting this again. If you're just tuning into NewsNation right now, this is the prison inmates at the SCI Huntingdon watching our show and responding by turning their lights on and off to show us that they are, in fact, watching and responding. And the most interesting thing I think I heard them say, other than the food wasn't great, was that they think that Luigi Mangione should waive the extradition and move on and get out of that holding institution and head on to Rikers. Alex, this is one for the record books. Thank you for facilitating this. This has been pretty amazing.